Welcome to The Digital Shift. We are your hosts, Jessica Green
and Natasha Robertson. Together, we are here to help you build a tech-savvy empire and take your business to the next level.
If you're an entrepreneur, social marketer, or business owner, ready to scale smarter, not harder, this is the podcast for you.
Every week, we bring you expert insights, actionable strategies, and the latest trends to help you infuse tech into your business so you can automate, optimize, and grow.
From mastering automation and creating high-converting systems to building authentic customer connections, we cover everything you need to shift your business into higher gear.
So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and get ready to make your digital shift.
Let's do this. All right. Welcome to episode 30 of The Digital Shift. My name is Jessica Green, and I'm going to talk to you today about some challenges that entrepreneurs are really having in their business because they're not treating it like a business. So my question is, are you operating like a hobbyist and winging it, posting when you remember, manually following up, or are you building a real business with strategies and systems and structure? I want to break down some of the key differences today between having a hobby, which is totally fine if that's what you're wanting to run. There's nothing bad with that. But if you're looking for that CEO level execution, I want to talk to you about what it actually takes to step into your business ownership with confidence, automation, and a plan that scales. Okay. So, I always like to say who this episode is for and who it's not for, only because I don't want to offend the person who has just got a side hustle and they're okay with making a few extra $100 a month. This episode isn't necessarily for you. This is for the person who's really wanting to crush it. Like they want to turn this into their full-time gig. They want to have a business of their own. They want to be able to support their family with it. They want to have that financial and time freedom that an entrepreneur really wants to have, not someone who fell in love with a product or a service or some sort of opportunity and they're like, on the side, I could make an extra $500 a month. I just want to say that up front because I don't want to offend anybody that's just doing their due and trying to get by just making a little extra side cash. This episode isn't necessarily for you. So this is for anyone who needs a clear roadmap and some automated systems to grow their business and scale it. So this is for the side hustlers that are kind of stuck and busy but broke cycle. It's for entrepreneurs who are posting every day, but you're just not seeing the results and can't figure out why. It is for coaches, network marketers, solopreneurs, creators who want to treat their business like a real business. So let's get right into it. I'm going to talk to you about 10 different ways you can tell if you're treating this like a hobby or you're treating this like a business. And I've been talking about this for a very long time because I am a serial entrepreneur. I love business. My degree is actually in business and marketing. And so when I got involved in network marketing about 10 or 11 years ago, it was hard for me to understand why some people only came in and did it kind of, sort of. They half-assed it. And it took me a long time to realize there was just a difference between what I was wanting and doing and what they were wanting and doing. There's a lot of wanters and wishers and dreamers in the network marketing space. And that's not necessarily who this episode is for. This is for anybody who's looking to build a business and wants to scale it. Just speaking from experience, there's a lot of people out there that like the idea of having their own business, but they don't actually build it like that. And then they get frustrated when it's not working, right? So the $0 CEO, why passion won't pay the bills? Just passion alone is not going to pay the bills. And in the online space, we do see, because of social media, a lot of things that you're passionate about when you are showing up for your business, like on lives and promoting products and your stories, and you genuinely care about your customers, but the income isn't consistent and you're still manually following up, you're forgetting leads, and you don't really have a system in place because passion is just what's fueling you. And you want to have passion, you want to show up like you love your business. But you're not a CEO if you're still doing everything manually and hoping that passion and your content alone is going to carry your business. CEOs have an actual system. They have a strategy. They have some structure behind what they're doing. So hence why we created the self-made hub, so that you could stop chasing and start attracting and converting those leads that you're super passionate about. So you can go out and create all that content still and let your passion shine through, but it's just a hobby if that's where you're leaving it. Right. So I wanted to talk to you about the difference between someone who's running business for a legitimate business and someone who's just running it as a passionate hobby. They're doing all of the things on the front end. It looks like they're showing up, the passion is exuding, but there's nothing built on the back end triggering anything, collecting any data, a CRM that holds your leads and your conversations and your follow-up sequences so that you can close while you're also living your life and having this business that you love, but you're putting it on autopilot. So that's the difference between a hobbyist and a legit business owner, someone who wants to be the CEO of their business. Okay. Let's see. How about invoices, systems, structures? Oh, Lord. You start saying that to somebody who is a hobbyist and they're using like Google Docs, Canva, Stripe, Zoom, Calendly. They're using Instagram DMs for their follow up system, 12 sticky notes all over their desk to run the business. Nothing's talking to each other, nothing's connected, and you're exhausted just trying to keep up with all of the tech overwhelm that you've got going on. It's not sustainable, and hobbyists are just trying to piecemeal things together. We call it duct taping and piecemealing the chaos. Business owners create actual systems and a centralized location for all of their business needs. Hence, again, why we created the Self-Made Hub was to have everything all in one place. Your invoicing, your CRM, where you can build your funnels, where you can build your automations, where you can have memberships and reoccurring revenue, where you can have your booking links and booking calendars, where you can schedule your social media, where you can do those keyword automations and sync them together. Everything lives inside of one place, so you can actually have a system and you're not duct taping things together. This is one that I love. Instagram does not pay your light bill. While you think it might, a hobbyist is operating that way. You're getting engagement on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or any of those platforms, but none of it's turning into actual real money. Maybe you get some deals along the way, but you're getting ghosted mostly in your DMs, or you're completely forgetting your follow up altogether. That is a hobbyist, someone who knows that they could use platforms to go out there and post on, but there's no lead capture. There's no system plugged into it. And there's no dollars actually converting on the back end. Or if they are, you can't count on them to pay your light bill. That's why I made that reference. You can count on them to have a little extra money here and there, but nothing consistent where you're like, I know I could afford this car, or I can afford to take my family on this trip because I'm going to make this amount of money every single month from what I'm putting on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. So you can't deposit likes, loves, shares, and follows. You can't deposit those. You can deposit money made from those leads, likes, follows that you capture and you nurture to close them. And if you're not doing that, all you're doing is unpaid labor. You're just working on all this content, throwing everything out there, hoping that something will stick. But then you've got to manually remember how to follow up. You've got to talk to everybody in your DMs on manually, and you're stuck to your phone all day, all night. That's if you're doing it to treat it like a business, but you still don't have any automation in place, nothing plugged in on the back end. You're just doing it because you know it has to get done. So you step number one is good. Now it's like, let's put some systemization to it and some automation to it. So we have a system called Social Sync. So we turn those comments that you're getting, the likes, the loves, the follows, and we extract those leads with our social sync system. We plug right into your Instagram, right into your Facebook, and we can even do TikTok with text keyword. You could do that on almost any platform. We can build funnels that bring people in, and everything gets captured and organized right in your CRM. So you know exactly how to follow up with them. You can tag them appropriately, and you can automate some of those DMs and then automate the follow-up sequences with drip campaigns, email campaigns, text campaigns, DM campaigns. But you can set it once and then do it for hundreds and thousands of people on autopilot so you can go enjoy your family again, right? So that's the difference between someone who's just out there for getting likes and comments and things like that, but they're not actually, they don't have a system built into it that's doing any of the follow-up. So you're spinning your wheels and you're getting frustrated and you're like, but I'm showing up online every day. I'm treating this like a business. I'm being consistent. Some of you are able to do that. A lot of you aren't. So that's another thing that I'll talk about is consistency or casual vibes, what your calendar will say about your commitment. So you feel like you're doing it, you feel like you're following up because sometimes you're getting into your messenger and you're scrolling and you're doing it. And you get excited to create content and get a viral reel going. So you get all showered and makeup on and all the things, and you're creating the content and putting it up. But that's only happening like twice a week or twice a month. And there's no consistency behind what you're doing. So it's casual effort versus that income. So casual effort, or I call it hobbyist, are going to get paid like a hobbyist, and people who are like a CEO would treat their business are going to get paid like a CEO. So it's making some choices about your calendar and being consistent. So your posts, you can schedule them so that they're more consistent. You can have a daily pipeline that you can track all of this in. You can put all of that content in a content calendar and make sure that it's posting on a regular basis. You can do it all manually, sure, but your consistency will probably lack if you're doing it that way. So, how about, are you hiding behind content creation instead of making sales? So I see this all the time where I'm like, oh my gosh, they are so good at content. Oh, there's one thing I am terrible at is creating content. We actually have a social media strategist on our team that does our content for us, because it's just not my strong suit. I do know that I need to be consistent with it. We got to have someone on it, but that's treating my business like a CEO treats her business, because I know I'm not good at that. And I can see so many other people that are really good at creating that content. But I know on the back end, because I test the systems when I'm out there on Instagram, and they have nothing built on the back end. So they're manually following up with me. And I'm like, which is better? I'd rather hire somebody to do my content and deploy an actual system on the back end. So though that content that we're spending time and energy on is actually, it's actually following up, it's actually collecting data, it's actually getting people on my list. So people will procrastinate and spend all their time on the content creation because they think that that's keeping them busy and they're building their business, but it's actually not turning into dollars. So what does it matter if you're hiding behind that content creation piece, but you're not actually building anything that's going to sustain and generate income? So inside the hub, we have, you can build unlimited funnels. You can collect unlimited amounts of contacts. You can set all of this to automation so that when you do create the content, you're not hiding behind just content creation with your time. You actually have a system that's plugged in there that's helping you convert these people. Here's 3 little things that every legitimate business has that most of our side hustlers don't. Okay. So you're kind of operating on hope and hustle, but not real systems. So here's one: you have a clear offer, not 6 random links in your bio. Okay. We teach people how to build hub links, and so that you can become findable quickly with like the major things on there. Don't create a hub links, or known out there as Linktree or Milkshake or some of those things, with like 17 different links on them. That's more posting and praying and hoping that someone will hop onto one of those links and buy something from you. That is not how you nurture. That's not how you sell. So a legitimate business is going to have a clear offer, not 6 random links in bio. They're going to have a lead capture system, not just, hey, DM me. That's also just posting and praying and hoping that someone will catch on and do it. So a lead capture system is going to be like, hey, comment this word below. And when they do, it's all set on autopilot. We're extracting them. We're giving them something like a freebie or a lead magnet in exchange for their name, phone number, email, so that we've captured into our system and we can follow up with them. And then number 3 is an automated follow-up engine, so that when you do start collecting these people, they're not just sitting there and never getting followed up with, which is what most of the hobbyists out there are doing. And my legitimate CEO business owners have that solution running in the background. So we help people We have an accelerator program where we help people build that system out. You can totally do it yourself. Our social sync system is something that comes with all of our creator memberships and above. And we take you through all the tutorials of how to set a lead capture nurture system up with social sync. But we also have our accelerator where we do it with you. And so you can join our 90-day program where we help you build it and you learn the skill set, but you have us to really help you build that out so that you never have that again. And all you have to do is build it. Once it's built, then you can just duplicate it over and over and over for as many keywords as you want and have an entire automated follow-up system with all of the 14 point, we call them a conversion impact system, where we help you convert those leads once you've brought them to the table. So bring them to the table, but if you don't feed them, they're going to leave hungry and they're not going to buy from you, right? How about we take you from side hustle to serious? Does anybody want to go from side hustle to serious? Let's give you a little bit of a mindset shift. And maybe you didn't even know some of these things that you needed, but the reality is you're calling this your little side business or your little side hustle, and you're not showing up like the boss that you want to become. So you want to have all of these systems in place. It's going to do something for your mindset, knowing that you have built some funnels, you have automation, you have a hub links, you have a lead capture system. You could go put a keyword on social media at any time and put a great piece of content that goes viral, and you have it all running in the background. Do you know what that does for your mindset? That makes you feel like you have a legitimate business that you're running. It makes you feel like you're that CEO that you want to be, and you start acting like one more. It's like this catalyst that keeps on growing and helping your mindset overall, knowing that you're running and operating your business like a business. I'll ask you this question, like, would you hire you? If you really thought about, like, okay, your skill set, your business out there, would someone hire you and pay you to do what you're doing? If you're frustrated that your business isn't growing, but you're showing up daily with focused action and you're doing the things but nothing's happening, would you hire you? If you were honest on a resume, would you hire you? If this were a job, would you be proud of the performance, or would you be fired? Like, you could be really great at putting content out there, but if it's not converting to anything, I wouldn't hire you. I don't think you would hire you because you wouldn't want to waste the money to pay you to do what you're doing. So that's the question you really should be asking yourself, is like, if I had to pay me to do what I'm doing, would I pay me if I were somebody else? And if the answer is no, then you definitely know that you're treating your business like a hobby and you have not taken it fully serious yet. And if maybe you're sitting out there and you're like, I don't know how. Tech overwhelms me, systems overwhelm me. I did this as a side hustle. I had no idea that I was going to need to do more. Well, now you're here, right? Now you're here. Now you're listening to this. Plug in. We have such an amazing system that if you just want to dabble and start to see what this is like, grab our 14-day free trial to the Hub platform. Come to our Wednesday strategy sessions and ask all kinds of questions. We give business advice. We give marketing advice. We help you with the tech overwhelm. Come in for 14 days for free and check it out and see, could I call this home? Could I start building my systems on here? Could these people help me? And you don't have to spend $1 to do that. So there's key number one. If you're like, oh, not ready for that, well, then you are not ready. You're good with it being a hobby, and you can just keep this being a hobby. If you take me up on the 14-day trial, you're still not going to pay anything. And in 14 days, you'll know if this system is going to help you, if we, as your tech savvy mentors, can actually help you build the business of your dreams and actually put yourself in that CEO seat, so we can help you start tracking things and attacking things and organizing things and automating things and all of the above. So grab the 14-day go to the link in this episode, and we'll have a link there for our 14-day free trial, and jump on in and let's start building this. Stop playing CEO on Canva and start acting like one in your bank account, right? Because the whole reason you're doing this is to create time and money freedom, not to just be posting and praying and putting a pretty brand board out there with a curated feed that match the highlight covers, but no one's having conversations with you and no one's converting. So let's help you create some opt-ins. Let's help you create some keyword on automation. Let's help you create that CRM and actually build your business like a business. Let's help you have an email nurture sequence and a text nurture sequence that actually converts people. And so here's what it actually looks like to run a digital business. You have a CRM that captures and stores every lead. If you don't have a CRM, I'm sorry, you're still running a hobby. You need one. Do you have a funnel that works while you're sleeping, while you're not plugging away, working, while you're off creating content? Do you have a funnel that's actually working for you and collecting and capturing those leads and following up with them? Do you have a keyword automation turning social media into a lead machine? If not, let us help you build one, because that's what it actually looks like to run a real legitimate digital business. Do you have follow up sequences hitting email, text, and DMs? If you don't, you're not running this like a legitimate business. You're still in hobby mode. Do you have a calendar booking system that filters out qualified leads so that people can book a call with you or someone on your team? If not, you're probably still running a hobby business. You don't necessarily, not everybody has to do calls to convert. Highly recommend them. You're going to build your business way faster. And if you don't have some sort of automated booking system or someone on the team to do that with you, you're still running a hobby. You are not running a business. And last, I'll say, do you have a mentor? Do you belong to a community and have a mentor that's guiding your business track? Listen, I have a business degree and a marketing degree, and I still and have had and have paid a lot of money for mentors and people. I'm in a year-long mastermind right now to learn how to do paid traffic better. I am paying someone else a lot of money so I can be a part of her community and I can be a part of her training so that I can up my game. So if you're not having someone else pour into you and show you how to build your business, you're still building a hobby and you haven't quite taken it serious enough to say, I'm willing to invest in me and my business and make this like an actual business. So we are your tech savvy mentors. We'd like to be that person, those people, that community that you can plug into to help build your business. It's like a real business. So here's where we're a little bit different. We're going to teach you how to stop winging it and install a very simple business engine. Our accelerator program, if you want someone to do it with you, is the perfect fit. If you want to come in and do all of this yourself, you can absolutely do this yourself. We've got some done for you tools that are already connected in there with our social sync system, and you can plug and play. If you need help plugging it before you can hit the play button, that's where our accelerator comes in. That's where our Wednesday strategy sessions come in too, just for our regular hub members. We'll walk you through like step by step so you don't stall out, you don't self-sabotage. We have people who come to our Wednesday strategy sessions just to like be like, hey, give me a kick in the butt. Like I still don't have my system turned on. Tell me what I need to do. And then we help hold you accountable. Our community will help hold you accountable, that you're surrounded with other people who are real business builders, people who have built 6, 7, 8-figure businesses, belong to our community and operate with us. So here's 3 signs that you're still in hobby mode and you haven't taken it the next step. You don't have a list or a CRM. That CRM is, I'm going to tell you, is like one thing. And when I ask people, do you have a CRM? And they say no, I'm like, well, until you start bringing leads and extracting them from these social media platforms, you just still have a hobby. When you're ready to run a business, let me know. I will be here for you. So your leads, they're just still living in your DMs. That's sign number 1 that you're still in hobby mode. Let's get you out of hobby mode. I want to help you. Number 2, you start strong every Monday and then burn out by Wednesday. Does that sound familiar? And you're just dying to get the weekend here and then you take the weekend off, that you're still definitely running a hobby. And we don't want you burning out. We actually want the overwhelm to go away. And we want you to have all of this working for you over the weekend. And by Thursday, you're just as excited as you were Monday to work on your business. And then number 3, you're still doing all the work manually and it's exhausting. You're still doing all the follow up in your DMs. You're still, replying to all the comments and all of your content that you're putting out there. And you're spending more time on content than you are on follow up. And that's going to show in your bottom line in your dollars. So if your business stops every time you stop, it's time for you to put better business systems in place. So I want you to treat your business like a business, and you can start with us for free for 14 days. And I hope that some of this content I've given you helps you evaluate where you're at in your business and helps you understand what you need to do. Now, is there other systems out there? For sure. You don't need to use us. I would love if you did. We would love to earn your business. That's why we give you 14 days for free to come check us out, to join our mastermind, to get to know us better and see if we can be your tech savvy and strategy mentors. And we'd love to have you there. So go to the link in this podcast and grab your 14 days for free. You're going to get your CRM, unlimited everything inside of our platform, and then show up on Wednesdays and tell us how we can help you best. We also at checkout, there's this done for you tech setup. That is something that you have to pay for. If you want us to set up your tech for you, go get your phone number, your domains, all your integrations for your social media setup. We'll do that for you in your first 14 days. If you want us to do that for you, just check that box at checkout and make sure you show up Wednesdays. I say this because not enough people utilize Wednesdays. And so we are inviting you to come. If you have a hub membership, it is free. It is part of your membership to come and get strategy from us every single week on all things tech, all things automation, all things business strategy, branding strategy, customer avatar strategy, offer stack strategy. We'll talk all those things on Wednesdays, and we would love to have you there. So listen, you're going to keep hustling without a system, and it's going to lead to burnout. I did it. I've been there. I have the t-shirt, and that's why we created the Self-Made Hub. You don't need more effort. You need automation that's going to work for you. And the difference between the hobby and the business is the system that you have behind it. So can't wait to see you on the next episode. Join us next week. We are going to talk about more things: systems, automation, tech, being overwhelmed, lead magnets, sales, all the things to help you grow your business. I'm super excited that you have found us here on the Digital Shift podcast, and I can't wait to see you on the inside. Thanks for tuning in to the Digital Shift. We hope today's episode gave you the tools and inspiration to take your business to the next level.
Don't forget, we have something for everyone to help you scale smarter. Whether you're just getting started or ready to go all in, we've got you covered.
Start with 14 days of free access to the Self-Made Hub, our all-in-one platform to automate, optimize, and grow your business.
Looking for more? Check out our Self-Made membership, where you can work at your own pace with help from your tech-savvy mentors.
Or take it to the next level with our 10-week accelerator program. Perfect for those ready to scale with expert guidance and systems all in one place.
And if you're looking for done-for-you options, from custom funnel builds to fully done-for-you marketing systems customized just for your business,
visit us at www.self-made.biz to explore all of our programs and tools and find the perfect fit for your business needs.
Let's make your digital shift a reality. See you next time.